15 in a row as they welcome in a dangerous opponent in Wake Forest. Like Carolina, the Demon Deacons can really score. The question is, can they score on Carolina's stout D? North Carolina, unbeaten in the ACC, coming into play tonight at a perfect. And we are set to go. Carolina at 15-3. The Demon Deacons at 13-5. Opening tip, batted out. We've got a good crew here. Roger Ayers, Ron Groover, and Bert Smith. That's a Final Four level crew officiating this game this afternoon. That is behind both UConn and Purdue. Ryan will kick. Here's Davis with the first one on the way and too strong.
Great execution. Hubert Davis talked about what they wanted on their first look and shooting on the day. They got their best player, and R.J. Davis with a wide open look is unable to knock it down.
Big guy Reed will hand off to Boopy Miller. Salas handling it here. 18 points a game, and he'll knock down the first one. And he off balance. Shot clock was winding down. Ingram kicks it out. Ryan off the fake. A two-pointer coming. And knocks that down. North Carolina on the board.
Smart play by Cormac.
Boopy Miller trying to make a move. Here's a triple. And rebounded by Cormac Ryan.
One of the things you don't see is anyone from Wake Forest going to the glass. That's how much they fear North Carolina in transition.
Davis with a quick step on the reverse. Talk about a quick step.
Yeah, and too easy to allow the ACC's leading scorer to get an easy bucket like that to get his confidence going. You want to make R.J. Davis work for everything.
Salas working hard in the paint. He's got four quick. Boston College, he attacks the glass. He's going to shoot a long one here. And both teams chilly beyond that three-point line early on. North Carolina defends that line so well. Ingram really went into Reed, who commits the personal foul. He attacked the
efficiency in the country, guys. It really does look like the Tar Heels are bought in.
The effort and the energy that's required to be a great defensive team. Hubert Davis.
Hand on for Hildreth, 6'4" junior from Worthing, England. Gets into the painted area, got it downstairs. And a late whistle, no basket, a foul on the road is make their foul shots. Look at that, 80% at home.
On the season at home. And so you look at the ability.
Get a pass off and it's tipped away, stolen by Carolina.
That's great hands by Armando Bacot, stripping the basketball and then being able to chase it down after Ryan loses it. But that's just an example, once again, of the energy and effort paid on the defensive end of the floor.
R.J. Davis shoveling
on the defensive end of the floor, do all the other things to help his team win, and eventually shots will fall.
He's 25 years old. Dallas finds the lane to the left hand for two.
I was looking forward to Hunter, but these two guys are special talents.
Davis, beautiful pass and a slam by Washington. So that'll help the shooting percentages.
But Obi, that's where R.J. Davis is much improved this year. Everybody talks about the scoring numbers. He's always been able to score. He's a much better playmaker this season than he's been in the past.
Showing a lot of leadership, too, this Carolina group. Miller gets himself an open look and swishes it in. Comes in averaging 17 and also 4 assists per game. First name Kevin, likes to go by Boopy, which is a family nickname that passed down through the ages. Davis going in strong and it rolls in. I made that. Good save there on the side by Monsanto. Mario Monsanto, they just got him back. He's a very dangerous three-point guy. Frederickson, tough shot, and hits it from three-point distance.
And
that's with her as well.
How about Angel, the consummate team player? The first thing she said was, "We did." Because you know, I would say, "Yeah, I beat her. I won that game."
Yeah, I count Angel, that as a personal win. Yeah. Right. No.
Angel immediately, "Yes, we did. We did." She and her teammates at Florida State.
Salas leaning in, drops in as All-American, and went to Gonzaga and on to Wake Forest.
Another one of those transfers that Steve Forbes has identified perfectly to fit into their program at Wake Forest. And one of the things that can do the work and fit also into their program.
Sure. Carolina has jumped up a notch to number 3.
4.3 assists per game. He's the guy that gets North Carolina into their offense, gets the guys to basketball when they need it, and in the right spot.
Ingram wants to work. Got himself some room and banked it in. That's a pretty play. Cadeau wants to push it. I think Ingram likes this matchup. Kicks it out for Withers. Withers draws the foul with 8.5 minutes to go on the first loss on them.
Air 45-point win here on the home floor. And then
Miller. Cadeau on him. Slams on the brakes, leans in. Great job by Cadeau to stay home and not commit a foul. And now turns it into a fast break bucket. Demon Deacons can answer quickly offensively, but not here. Big rebound by Ingram. He's been great on the glass, particularly in ACC play. A leaner and a banker by Cadeau. And Wake needs a timeout. Deacons will run when they get the opportunity, but North Carolina's been getting back so effectively, not just tonight.
Yeah, they absolutely have, and the interstate is clogged up.
Cars, nicely done.
It would have to be, I'm not sure if it's I-40 or it's 85, which one it is, but 3-point line.
Yeah, no
inside.
speed limit, right?
Yeah.
Cadeau left that one a bit short. Salas, Wojcik bumping with him, no whistle there, and that'll fall.
However, over the last couple of possessions, you've seen
Beautiful.
the Demon Deacons.
Not many of those made yet tonight by either side. Is Ingram. Ryan to drive it, swooping in, and a follow by Bacot.
But that may as well be an assist, because when you got
The best rebounder, at least in terms of the stats that Carolina's ever had, he's a 2,000-point scorer. Shot clock down to 11. Hildreth getting inside and backs it in. It can be a tough cover.
he absolutely can. And if there is one drawback to this North Carolina team defensively, they're small in the backcourt with Davis and Cadeau on the floor together. And we have seen Hunter Salas and now Cameron Hildreth both take advantage of it.
Keeps on driving and will lay it in. That opened up beautifully for him. He has half a dozen.
Well, that's the way Cadeau gets back.
Game. At 25 against Florida State, so he can fill it. Here's Miller. Shot clock at 7. Now down to 5. Long one by Carr, but short. And a whistle. And a foul on the play. And
Defense, he is definitely winning that battle. But Coach Greenberg is by double digits. Digits is what we're seeing right now. Neither team has shot the basketball very well.
North Carolina, Wake Forest, the team that really relies on it oftentimes, are 0 for 7.
Obi, I can't believe my guy Jay Will try to go at me like that. Knowing that he played zero defense. We'd rather him have to make tough twos in comparison to giving him those threes.
And always watch them on the ESPN.
Now, especially with the wins that they've gotten thus far.
Reed looking inside. The 7-footer gives it up here for Salas. Making a move here, and he is held up and fouled. One way to do it. And another one coming. They have losses to Florida State and NC State. And long one coming. And too strong. RJ trying to work. Right through that defense. Down it goes.
He's made a living in the paint thus far. North Carolina with the advantage of points in the paint. And RJ Davis has been the main culprit.
Crowd back in it. Hubert Davis slapping his hands loudly on the sideline to get them up again. Here's Monsanto. Yes, sir. A three-pointer.
We talked about his shooting prowess. His first game played this season after tearing his patella tendon at NC State a year ago. First game out, 4 of 6 from beyond the three-point arc against Louisville on Saturday.
Little floater here, and that'll drop. RJ Davis, they're really getting
RJ Davis to force him to score in the two-point range and not allow for their shooters to get going and for those guys to get open looks.
RJ with 12. Salas, a reach in by Davis, nearly pucked it free. Here's Monsanto again, and another one. Bad knee injury. Has hit a couple of big threes. Miller going around the back. Let's see if they find him again. Hildreth with a pull-up. Sinks it. Our 10th. Davis, top scorer in the ACC. Shot clock inside 10. Down to 7. Davis on the drive, going in strong and denied by Reed, and a whistle on the play.
Can't get bored with scoring 2.
Boy, he just doesn't miss at the foul line. He just missed the front end. And gets that one. 5.6. Chance for a heave here from Miller across midcourt. Going to get a look here, but can't hit it. And that's it. First half comes to an end with
make plays. Other guys feel like they get left out. And for North Carolina, they've got to understand that, hey, this may be a game that he has to do that. And you can't just go take uncharacteristic shots because you're not getting the basketball.
And Reed banging away, and the hook goes over the head. Swing it. Hildreth to the baseline. Slams on the brakes. It's a shot he can hit, but not this time. Davis wants to sprint. RJ all the way through. One of the quickest guys in college basketball is 15.
But that's too easy. That's one thing Steve Forbes does not want to allow R.J. Davis to get easy looks in transition.
He can't believe he was called for
falling out of bounds. A little off balance right there after just helping hand to his brother.
Ingram with the rebound. Wake Forest looking for an upset tonight.
OB Wake Forest 6 of 9 from the free throw line. We mentioned earlier 84% on the road for them.
Leaning in off the window. Harrison Ingram, who comes in averaging 13 and 8. 4 points so far tonight. And a 19 rebound earlier this season against NC State on the road.
That'll be one of the things that you talked about on many North Carolina games is how Harrison Ingram makes a play offensively or defensively. That time he picks up the foul.
Has moved up to that number 2 rung, a three-way tie.
Be in this group.
39-37. Cadeau looking for space, and yes, sir. They'll lay it in.
What Wake Forest is trying to force him to take.
Nice feed there. Salas can't finish it. Rebound tipped out high. Here comes Cadeau. Look at this. Just a blur to lay it in. Point land. Long for Bacot. Batted away from hand and a loose ball that'll be scooped up by the Demon Deacons.
It's a great play by Hildreth getting back in transition.
Salas with a jumper. Way short. Rebound stuffed in by Reed.
Other end of the floor trying to get back.
A frenetic start to this second half. Ingram out of the double. Ryan will swing it. Here's Davis for a triple. And finally, a handoff for Salas. Pull-up jumper. Airmailed it. Cadeau finding Davis. Another 3 on the way.
Yeah, and Dickie V, of course, on the call as Marcus Page was able to go high off the glass against Louisville. And the shout out to the late, great Stuart Scott, University of North Carolina alum, representing the Booyah. And Elliot Cadeau, that originated with Roy Williams going.
16 consecutive games with multiple three-pointers for Davis. You said a couple of times in the first half he may have to get 30 tonight. He has 24.
Well, and when you see that whose record he broke, that actually was part of that same team. Justin Jackson in 2017, that was a national championship team, made multiple threes in a game 15 times. So R.J. Davis breaking the record here with those last 2 threes.
Bacot strong, and he'll draw the foul. I haven't called that number 5. Will sink number 1, second annual NBA rival.
An opportunity
for Armando
to see the Phoenix take that shot. He shoots 95% from the free throw line. We'll take his chances with shooting it right there.
Salas backing away, had 1 foot on the line, can't stick it. Davis up ahead, got a runner. Withers, and he's fouled on the play by Salas. That would have been some slam. And a graduate, hometown Charlotte. He was leading the ACC in made 3. Hildreth will loft up a long one, and they're just not there tonight for the Demon Deacons. As a team, they hit 39%. Withers, 1 dribble down, inside for Washington to finish it.
That's another example of how this.
Monsanto around and out. It was inside the cylinder. North Carolina looking for a hammer strike. It's Davis again and draws the foul. RJ to the line. He stunned everybody by actually missing 1 in the first. Already with 11 points in the second half, in 12.
Attacking the paint. They haven't settled. They've been able to get to the rim, finish through contact. Leading the ACC in scoring, it would be Steve Forbes because he's actually had players do it in the last 2 seasons when you think Alondas Williams as well as Tyree Appleby. So he's had two guys that can score the ball as Cormac Ryan knocks down a huge three. Four-time All-American.
Unreal.
Four-time first-team All-ACC.
3,000 points.
Yes.
Amazing. Salas in the paint, and a foul by Trimble. It went for the block. Seth Trimble with nothing. And their issues continue.
Going out, Obi. That's 66.7%. That's easy math to be able to figure out.
IU Virginia flat offensively. That has not been said very many times this season in the conference or out of it.
I think we got to give credit to North Carolina's defense. One thing we've talked about with them, even when their offense hasn't been great, they've done the job defensively.
I think could give lessons. He could give a master class.
Ball in your hands. He's going to allow you to play free. That's one of the reasons he was able. Wasn't a pretty win. However, every win is effective when you think about the fact that this team is undefeated in ACC play as R.J. Davis.
There, but every one of them the rest of the way, given the score, is going to hurt.
Yeah, that's a number that Steve Forbes would be happy with right now if they were making shots. The struggle has been from beyond the three-point arc.
Davis floats it up. Another one. He's got a bag of tricks.
He absolutely does, and that's 30. So now we see where he's going tonight. Will there be a new career high for R.J. Davis?
Well, they've lost it, got it back, and it'll spin around and roll in. Would have gotten it with that basket. They get Reed out front, and a block. It's Baycott against his old teammate. Swings it. Ryan to the paint with a turnaround. Sticks it.
That's nice.
Carolina league at 65-49. Came in expecting a really good test from Wake Forest at 13-5. So all the way through to lay that one in. And when he sees just a little
facilitator.
Salas, Ingram on him. Andrew Carr trying to lean inside to his left. That was well done. And 10 points for the 6'10 senior.
And a great move by Carr on that possession. However, at this point, twos aren't going to get you back into the game against North Carolina, especially when you can't do anything.
See, the undefeated team in the Atlantic Coast Conference. Frederickson off the dribble, gives it up here for South. Shot clock is down to 5 for Wake. He's got to get it in the air around Baycott. Will spin it in.
Great individual move by Salas on that possession, but give Armando Baycott credit stepping out and guarding Salas step for step, making him have to take a tough shot to beat him.
Cormac Ryan went down, gripping that lower leg. Is now ready to check back in for Hubert Davis. Ingram on the back down, the one-hander. Frederickson off the inbounds, well short. Ingram's been such a great fit. You talk about moves made, out of the portal. He might be #1 in college basketball this season. Baycott with the tip, gets it to go.
But that's the second time Cadeau recognizes he can't drop it off to Baycott. Just get it as high as you can off the glass. If you don't make the shot, Baycott's going to clean it up.
And North Carolina moving into blowout mode here. The shot from behind by Baycott.
Oh, you think we're going to be making some cross country trips? You're not going to possess my people.
They love you at Delta. Here's Davis. Davis 30 points. He has tied his career high tonight. Shot clock to 9. Baycott. Ingram lines it up. And he's hit. Fouled by Carr. And the act of shooting a three-pointer.
So strong enough to rebound. Double-double against Boston College. 11.3 in the lineup. As well as a guy like Cormac Ryan. The experience. I said it's almost like these guys have been here for 4 years.
Give him 11 points. He does play that way. Plays with a lot of joy. Has a great time out there. Always has a smile on his face.
Speaking of joy, Angel Gray brings the joy to our career. Angel, you got something for us?
I have a few things, but I do want to settle on Cormac Ryan and what he brings to UNC.
A couple, but we're okay. We got here. This one will be there at 18. And he does really get along well.
And not only that, OB, the guys that Harrison Ingram is dapping up on the sidelines, those are guys that would be getting minutes if he weren't here. So when you see Zayden Hott, you see Jalen Washington standing up and those guys dapping him up. Did me when we were doing our fast breaks at Media Day.
Good interview, though.
Great interview. I mean, young man is unbelievable to talk to. Angel had a chance to talk with him early today. And again, as his teammates said, he smiles, he's mannerable, he's polite, but when he gets on that court, he's got, he's got his MBA and his undergrad from Notre Dame. And the courses he's taking here, he doesn't feel like he will be able to finish in 1 year, but he's such a smart guy. He may actually come back to school as we see RJ with the 33 now, the new career high. Knocking down the 3-ball. But I would not be surprised if Cormac comes back to North Carolina and gets another degree.
Well, it's been R.J. Davis's night with 33. Reed will hook it, and a whistle and a foul. 2:11 to go.
These guys to stand around and make threes. We got to force them to take tough early.
I mean, right away. But like all great, penetrating, can't lay down. Salas will swing for Miller. It's going to be a big story. They just didn't hit it. Here's Cadeau. He will lay it in. Moment is playing the caliber of basketball in this conference that North Carolina is.
Well, R.J. Davis, a career high 33 points OB, but how about Harrison Ingram? Wait a minute, 36 for R.J., forgive me.
36 for R.J.
Harrison Ingram with 10 points and 14 rebounds, second double-double in the last 2 games. Back-to-back double-doubles for Harrison Ingram.
And you talk about running away. 36 points, 23 of them coming, which will now reach 9 consecutive games. Nobody scored more than 7 against Carolina.
Start this second half.
And Cadeau will have another one. Might have another one coming. Here's Miller out front and fouled from behind. 36 points. New career high for R.J. Davis. 20 and makes the first. North Carolina can run it out here, and they run their way to an impressive victory from down a point at halftime. And they will knock off Wake Forest and knock the Demon Deacons to 5-3 in the ACC. As North Carolina stays perfect inside conference play, and they are rocking and rolling.
Rightfully so. Impressive performance by the Tar Heels as a team, especially the leader in the clubhouse for ACC Player of the Year, R.J. Davis, a new career high, 36 points, showing up big when his team needed him most.